Welcome to lesson number 3 in this topic of sequence and series. And our lesson number 3 is on geometric sequence. In our previous lesson, we looked at arithmetic sequence. And we looked at the general formula, or the way you can get the general term, the end term in an arithmetic sequence. So even here, our main concentration will be on how you can get the general term of a geometric sequence. A geometric sequence, as the word suggests, geometric, is one in which the ratio of the consecutive terms is constant. The ratio of the consecutive terms. So if you have one here like 2, 4, 8, like that, the ratio of the second to the first term, normally start with second to first, 4/2. That one will also be equal to 8/4, and you can see it is 2. So this one is a geometric sequence because the ratio is constant. You can know the next term will be 8 times 2, which is 16. So if the ratio is constant, then that is known as a geometric sequence. And this ratio is known as common ratio. Remember, for arithmetic sequence, we had something we are calling common difference, symbol D. So this is common ratio, and the symbol here will be R. So the first term, which is 2, in both sequences, whether arithmetic or geometric, is given symbol A. Now, how do we get the next term or the end term for a geometric sequence? The formula is simple. It is A, that is the first term, multiplied by R, that is the common ratio, and R is raised to power n minus 1. So you subtract 1 from n and you put it as a power of R. What is n? N is that particular term or the number you're looking for. For example, here we can be told to get the 7th term. For this sequence, find the 7th term. So our n here will be 7. So if you are looking for the 7th term here, the 7th term will be 7th term. It's going to be A, which is 2, multiplied by R, which is 2, raised to power n. N is 7, and then you subtract 1 from the power. So this will be 2 raised to power 2 multiplied by 2 raised to power 6. So you can do that one. I think that will give you around a number like 2 raised to power 6 multiplied by 2. That's around 2 raised to power 7. I think it should be 128. You can check. So 128 is our 7th term. It is our 7th term. As we did in the previous lesson on arithmetic sequence, you can also be told to get this n. You can be asked to get it. You can also be asked to get the A. So long as you are given the others, you should be able to work with it, and it is possible to manipulate and get the rest. Another example here, you can be given this other sequence, 1, 3, 9, like that. And you are asked to get the 6th term. The first thing you do is to check whether it is arithmetic or geometric sequence. You can try arithmetic and you find that there's nothing you're going to add for you to get 1, 3 to 9. But if you try geometric, you find that 3/1 is the same as 9/3, which is 3, and that's our common ratio. So the 6th term, n is 6. So 6th term is equal to A, which is 1, multiply by r, which is 3 raised to power 6 minus 1. So it is actually 3 raised to power 5. So you can get that from your calculator. Check, I think the answer will be 243. So you can be given that and you can be asked to manipulate that until you are able to move on and get the term that is required. If we change this sequence and start with 9, then 3, then 1, I think it is also a geometric sequence. Because 3 over 9, you normally take the second term divided by the first, then the third divided by the second, like that. The ratio of 2 consecutive terms will be equal to 1 over 3. And that is true, and that is the common ratio. So the common ratio does not have to be a whole number. It can be a fraction. It can be a decimal, so long as it is constant. So in this case, our common ratio is a third. So if you are asked to get the fifth term, for example, if you are asked to get the fifth term, then it will be easy. It will be the same formula. Our A now will be 9. So fifth term, our A will be 9, multiplied by R, which is a third, and that a third is raised to power 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 will be 4. A third raised to power 4 will be 1 over 81. So it's 9 times 1 over 81. So by 9, 1 by 9, 9. And the answer will be 1 over 9. So that will be the fifth term. So your n, here you have to subtract 1 every time as per the formula, the way it says. But remember, your r does not have to be a whole number. It can be a fraction. And you can manipulate it and get anything that you have been told to get, so long as you remember this formula. Now you have two formulas to remember. The one for arithmetic sequence, which is a plus n minus 1 b. That's the way you get the nth term for arithmetic sequence. And now the one for geometric, which is a r raised to power n minus 1. So practice more on that, and you should be good in that area. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.